Welcome back to Copper Radio Podcast. This episode we have a special guest speaker, Tess. Thanks for coming, Tess.
Thanks for having me.
This episode, our topic is food deserts. Can you give our viewers a quick description of a food desert? I've read like one or two articles on our subjects, but I don't completely understand them.
Yeah, sure. So a food desert is an urban or impoverished area in which it is difficult to buy affordable or good quality fresh food, which results in unhealthy diets.
Thanks. So I heard that a big cause of food desert is people not being able to eat healthy because of its expenses.
Yes, definitely. That's one of the two causes of food deserts. They cannot afford the fresh food because of substance abuse or robbery, low income, a big family that is hard to support, or they're born into poverty of their family. There are really a lot of reasons for this, and everybody's situation is unique.
Yeah, so eating unhealthy is a very hard thing to quit, and it's a huge epidemic in our world today. Food stamps are a good way to start, but they just aren't quite enough for some big families or maybe someone in debt. It's just really not enough to pay for someone's food sometimes. Also, it's hard for the government to keep supplying food stamps.
Eating unhealthy can result in cardiovascular disease and even premature death. So food deserts are a very big problem, as we can see, and it really needs to be stopped.
Isn't like another big cause of food deserts people just not being provided with grocery stores and supermarkets nearby? I also heard that since many of these people cannot afford vehicles, they can't really make the long drive to get their much needed fresh food.
Yes, as you mentioned, poverty plays a big role in the transportation part of getting food for residents. Also, according to the Food Empowerment Project, the government is counting convenience store and liquor stores as grocery stores. So grocery stores and supermarkets aren't being built in most food deserts. The reason that I say most is that some organizations are helping build grocery stores and food deserts. However, this does not always solve the problem.
But isn't the problem not having fresh food nearby, so the solution would be building stores?
Well, habits dominate the choices of shopping. This is a quote from the New York Times from when they did a study on food deserts in the Bronx, New York. The cost of food and people's habits of shopping and eating appear to be much more powerful than just convenience. It is very hard to break habits, especially dietary habits. You can't expect someone to completely switch their diet.
The food sold in grocery stores built by organizations are affordable, but they are still more expensive than junk food sold in corner stores. For example, a can of peas might be, say, 99 cents, but fresh peas at a grocery store might be $3. This may not seem like a big difference, but imagine something costing $99 and a better version of that same thing costs $300 at a different store. Now that's a difference.
I read an article on truthout.org. In it, Adam Brock, advisor of an indoor farm, expresses his opinion. He says that people's access to healthy food is about cultural and economic factors as well as proximity. Even if someone has access to fresh vegetables nearby them, they may not have time to cook or prepare them, so they go for the cheaper but processed items.
The results of food deserts and unhealthy diets are three main health issues: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity.
But we shouldn't consider this a hopeless cause. Many organizations such as So Much Good, a group founded in 2008 by Robin Emmons, works to eliminate food deserts. This group works to build supermarkets and grocery stores in food deserts and gives lessons to food desert residents to familiarize them with fresh food. They also work to lower the prices of fresh food, similar to many other groups.
Looks like our time is almost up. Now for the final part of the podcast.
Fun facts.
23.5 million people live in food deserts.
2. Massachusetts is the third to lowest state in the nation in terms of adequate numbers of supermarkets.
3. The campaign Let's Move, created by Michelle Obama, has the goal of eradicating food deserts by 2017.
4. Americans' top 9 worst food deserts are New Orleans, Louisiana, Chicago, Illinois, and Atlanta, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, Minneapolis, Minnesota, San Francisco, California, Detroit, Michigan, New York, and Camden, New Jersey.
In a UGA study, it was found that out of 73 stores surveyed in food deserts, 29% were supermarkets, 11% were grocery stores, and 60% were convenience stores.
That's it. Let's just crop that out. I hope you learned something new today.
Yep. Thanks for coming on our show today, Tess.
It was a pleasure.
Okay, folks. See you next time on Copper Radio Podcast.
Bye.
Check out the links below for more podcasts, including our most recent one, where we discuss pollution in China with Amy Lewis.